Yeah, just got through talking about giving red pill. I'm adding them to my list of young brothers. Red pill, blue pill, and mama pill. Young brothers and sisters that's you know, the real deal, and they on the right path, And uh and Sinetta, the brother Sinetta, you know. So y'all were talking about networking and you know conferencing and with the right brothers, and I guarantee if you follow that format, you know, go and get with Ebony, and I'll be noticing y'all be wearing some hip fashions, man. Uh, Whoever y'all get made up, y'all need to advertise that, and it's a lot of brothers with businesses that advertise with you. If you notice on YouTube, man, they got you'll come on, hit your video, sign there to TV, you punch it in, then a advertisement will come on there and say skip this ad and all like that. You gotta get some brothers, you know, uh, some of our people with businesses and stuff like that up there, and go to the pawn shops, pool your resources, all your money, not all your money, but and start buying back y'all gold. But don't give it back. Let them keep that fiat dollar. Y'all keep that gold. Melt it down. They say it's against the law. It's not against the law, man. That's what they used to do. The colonizers used to do that. They used to shave off uh, coins of gold and make some more gold out of it. It's no law against that. You know. So they'll make a law, but you could challenge all these laws, man, if you know about them. Now we're gonna talk about the entertainment world. Once I was under contract, I had back in the '80s, I had a contract up here in Detroit with a brother named Don Davis, and he had a United Sound System. Funkadelics recorded there, Aretha. I met Aretha and Luther there, and so I took some of my original material there. He liked it, and he signed me up as a writer artist, So I performed my own material, and I wanted to produce myself, but he wouldn't let me produce it because he said I wasn't that familiar with the engineering aspect of it, which I wasn't, but I would have learned, There ain't nothing to it too much, just knowing what buttons to push and what levers to pull, and so he gave me an engineer and he gave me a producer. Both of them was Caucasian, and I had a band, at that time. I had my own band. I had two bands. I had a female band, all female band. Sisters on the bass sound better than Stanley Clark. Had sisters playing guitar rhythm. I had a female drummer. I had a female bass, keyboard player, guitar player. and congas. So I wanted them to play on the session, you know, on the recording session, because that was a sound right there, man. It was like a jazz funk type sound. So, but I had to, they gave my budget, which back in them days was number $50,000, but they didn't give it to me in my hand. They put it in the producer's hand, see. And he was supposed to be my producer. So what he did was, one day I came to record a session. Now this is my material, right? He started changing chords around, started changing bass lines around. He made it, to me, it wasn't hitting, you know, like I had mine sounding like the Gap Band and a little bit like the Funkadelics, but it had my original touch to it, you know, a little bit of Earth, Wind and Fire style, you know. And so he changed it all away from that, and it would have hit because it was different from all those that I named. So quickly now, I came to a session one day. I smelled a strange smell. It was this when they was trying to turn me out. Y'all say it just in Hollywood, man. It's everywhere. You know, it's in New York, because I did some showcases in New York with some brothers, you know, Bobby Franklin. And it's everywhere, man, because gangsters run it. Thugs, man, you know, run this whole United States, run the world. So I came in, they was smoking opium. You know, they had about 5 or 6 white women. But see, I was see that? I was right there. You know, I had a Muslim, my name was a Muslim name, but they didn't think I knew what I was doing, you know. They didn't think I was just out there. But no, I knew I had a lot of knowledge. You know, I was black conscious like a mug. And, you know, what they say about the white girls, you know. So I came in there, and they had these white girls all over the engineer, kissing on him, smoking opium, and wasting up my studio time. See, they give you a budget, then they charge the studio time to you. So it comes out your royalties. So if they give you some money up front, that's upfront money to do sessions with. You pay to do sessions out your royalty check. They already done roadmap your success, what stations to play your music on, what markets to put your music in. They got to pay money, but they call that payola. So they drop down some money to these DJs and program directors to play your jam. They go to the clubs, drop down some money on the DJs to rotate your jam in they mix. So it'd be popping at the clubs, then it'd be popping on the radio, and then they know what record retailers and wholesalers to put your tapes and CDs in, you know, push them. And they know what papers to go to drop down a little publicity about their new artists. And then they give coming out parties and stuff like, man, they know what to do. But all that costs them money, and all that comes out of your royalty checks, you know, because the record business is different from show business. Them two different things right there. You know, you can just make money off of recording, but it won't be as much, and plus you got to pay all that back as doing shows. See, your shows is where you make your money at. And one time I was hanging with Curtis Mayfield, and he had a road agent with him, you know, because Curtis was hip to the game. That's why they off Curtis, because they couldn't get him you know. So they dropped the spotlight on his head, you know, because he wasn't bend, you know, to the gangsters. And so when I seen these hoes, and I knew what time it was, so I told my producer, I say, look, man, I say, y'all gonna charge this to me, this session to me. Time was on, we was on the clock, you know. And they up there getting high and want to start orgies. He talking about, you want one of these hoes? You want some opium? You know. I say, no, man. I say, I want to get on with the session, man. Let's record. It took them about 2 hours to do what they was gonna do. And by that time, the engineer was blowed out his mind. And then he went up and had a slight thing with them white girls. And so the producer, he started working the boards, you know. And so I was mad, man. So I told Don, I told his brother Will Davis, I said, look, man, don't y'all charge that session to me? He said, yeah. I said, man, we blew 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours having freaky parties. So the white boy came up, the producer came up to me, say, I didn't want you to tell. Now you done blew your shot, you know. So we gonna put your jam on the show, you know. And I'm gonna drop you. I don't want to produce you no more. And so they badmouth my name when no other producers produced me. So I was just under contract with Don Davis. But you know, when I went down there, you know, I had my boys with me, you know, and you know, they didn't do nothing. But what they did was they took all the tracks that I laid down, redid the tracks, kept the concept of it though, so you couldn't sue them, you see. But that sound that I see, it's all about that sound. When you get just like when you making soup or something, you add a little bit of this and add a little bit of that and stuff like that, and you know, you always adding ingredients. So you add all these tasty ingredients, and you might get a unique taste out your soup that don't taste like nobody else's soup, but you using the same ingredients that everybody else uses. It's just how you blend them together, you know. And that's how music is created. You come up with a certain sound that catch the public's eye because they like innovative sounds, you know. And when you come with something different, it catches their ear, you know. To other people, you know, it might sound, you know, just like all the rest of the music. But to them, they can hear something unique in it. And then that's when they start trying to manipulate you to get that sound, trying to captivate that sound. But they can never get that sound because you ain't in it. You know, you ain't in it. Your uniqueness is you, and you ain't in it. So if they could just control you, so that stuff is everywhere, man. It ain't just in California, it's in New York. It's up here in Detroit. They got Berry Gordy like that, you know. So this is Black Light. This is a message to the brothers Blue Pill, and you know, this brother, you know, might as well call me Fast Eddie. Peace. Black Light out.